It's so crazy that when you take a selfie from here, you look really short. When you take a selfie from here, you know, you look really tall. I just think that's so insanely clever. Like, I don't know. I just realized that people do that. And do you like my shirt? Let me rule of thirds this bitch. I got a rule of third. Got a third rule. And it's time to start the ranting and the talking. So like sometimes when I notice a day like today, when I notice I haven't written anything in my journal in like 4 or like 5 days, I'll notice that my feelings and the things in my head are very strong, and they can affect me very easily. And what that looks like, that's the first time I've been able to like verbalize that. Like, say, this is new for me. Oh my gosh. There's just a cat. It's really cute. You know, wait, this is funny. This makes it look like I have a gigantic wiener. Is this better? Oh no, yeah, no. This is way better. Anyways, yeah, I'm feeling a lot better since the last video. Still weird at moments, but you know, there's some things that happened, like I got new clothes, like this shirt, for example, and it has changed the way that I feel. Like, this is how trans people feel like every day of their lives. This is like, my appearance affects my behavior and my attitude and my expectations and my perspective. When you last heard from me, I'm pretty sure, see, I don't remember shit from what I said in that video because I haven't seen it in a while. But I don't know if I had mentioned, but I had been off, I had like, you know, I was smoking cigarettes so that I wouldn't have to smoke weed. And that's like stupid, right? I'd want to get that out of the way. That like, that's like, just like I just be coping weird. So I'm actually smoking weed again, and I've quit cigarettes, which I personally feel is better. And it's like something I have to keep changing. Like, I can't just keep doing any of these things for a long time. So like, you know, might be eventually time to take another weed break, but then like, it was just so crazy. It was just such a crazy feeling. Yeah. Anyways, it's beautiful out, and it's the 3rd of July, you know, so we got that, we got that going on. Yeah, I've been noticing, not like right now, but like I've been thinking about my posture from time to time, and it'll just get really crazy. I wanted to jump back to what I was originally talking about with when my thoughts feel really crazy. Like, I'm trying to make a visual representation of like what is in my brain when I'm hearing voices, like my own critical voice, you know what I'm saying? And like right now I have this like idea of like an abyss. Like, if my eyes are shut and I'm in the abyss, you know, I'm just in the black like space of my brain, and I imagine that there's like a wall of the space, and the wall itself is talking, and I can face anywhere else in the room, but when I stare at the wall, I am paying attention to like the darkness, like because sometimes it's not a critic. I kind of hear the voice in my head as like several things. It's the critic. It's also it's the ego. Let me just be clear about that, because it's the thing that's both, that it's the thing that is able to like boost me up and cut me down, you know, in my head, like above and below other people. That's how the ego thinks. And so when I'm talking to the ego, I begin to hear like my ego's understanding of the world, and it's very like self-centered and me against the world, me against others. And like, when I'm feeling like that, I just don't treat anyone right. I don't treat myself right either. So like when I'm alone at work, like my work is a very lonely job. Now, it's my work would be a fine job, and it has been a fine job on several days when I'm like regulated properly. It's just that in my life, this is like the beginning. I should say this is the beginning of like my understanding of like real self-care and like taking responsibility for myself so that I just don't turn out like an asshole. Like, and I don't want to be afraid, but I have, and to this day am really afraid, whatever the fuck was, that I'm an asshole to people. So like, when that, and I believe that is something, that is a statement that like the ego is telling me a lot. It's like to like make sure you're enough, for others. And also when people are like better than you, in your head the ego can be like, well, that person over there, yeah, well, everyone likes them, but they're really not all that. It's a way to sort of minimize the danger, minimize the threat in your mind, because that's all we have. That's like the only our sense of self is like so much. I should speak on behalf of Americans, I think. I don't know if that's like all people, but I would say at least Americans, maybe Americans in my hometown. That's my perception of the world. Water check, because my mouth is getting dry, because you know what I did right before this. Yeah, that's fine. Something I haven't done. I interrupt myself. I know that's really annoying. I'm trying to stop that, but at its pace. But here's a cat break. I can't zoom in on this phone. That's who I saw earlier. Guys, I think I'm not saying anything right now. I think oh yeah, dude, the new underscore song is really good. Multiple underscore songs. That definitely affected my mental health in a positive way. Like, I cannot understate how good it feels to get new underscores music. That is an artist that I have been like attached to, maybe in like an overly parasocial way, but since like 2019. Like, their music is so good, and it honestly speaks to me maybe a little, like a lot, not a little. And so like I copy it and I try to make it myself. That's kind of why my music is a thing, because I've been practicing for so long to copy underscores that I just like, I wonder if I'm like actually doing it. I don't know. That's up to my audience. I can't, whatever. I get very uncomfortable, dude, with like talking about myself. I'm afraid to have too much space in a room. It's connected to afraid of being an asshole to people, like afraid of getting in the way. I'm sure that has a diagnosis or a name, but I'm almost like, I don't know, I'm not super interested in finding out. And I moved also. That's another update. This kind of just an updates video, isn't it? I like that because you know what? I actually hate typing things and putting things on Twitter and on Instagram. Like, it's actually YouTube is my favorite social media. Like, I've been knowing this, but I don't tell myself this like at all. It's just that like I watch YouTube a lot, and I try to watch YouTube where it's like this, like people sharing their ideas and stuff. That's good YouTube, and there's a lot of it out there. Like, I have been surprised continuously at how much good stuff. It's just by like, people with thoughts, like basically philosophy, bread tube. Not really. I'm putting a name to it that doesn't need to have a name. I'm so sloppy right now. Somebody sue me and send me away. Yeah, life is fine. Life is okay. I got pretty like crazy earlier today, just being alone with myself at work. Really it happens a lot where I let my thoughts like generate words, and it's just coming from the feeling in my body, and so like I get the feeling, I react to the feeling, I hear words in my head that maybe describe those feelings. Sometimes I'm writing that or I'm speaking it out loud, but when I'm just thinking it, it's in this weird emotion that like the thought that's bubbling up never actually gets out. The bubble never pops. There's just like this really murky gas that I like need to like burp out, you know. I don't know, like that just, and that analogy makes sense to me. That's the thing that I feel like it needs it needs like a construction. I need to have a way to like understand this thing that is inside me, to like, I guess what that really means is that I need to learn to like speak to my ego consciously and not let my ego do the speaking, because that's kind of how people are assholes all the time. My personal take is that like I think a lot of people who are mean, if not like all of them, it's like just it's I'm trying to find the right words, because like I don't want this to be misunderstood, but actually this is causing me to think for a really long time. Yeah, wow. Yeah, I think most people are assholes just because they had a bad day, or and like when you come across a person that, and I'm kind of projecting in a way, like that's how I go through life. I honestly feel that when I'm mean to people, I didn't notice, and I wish I had noticed, and it's really sloppy. And the part of me that needs to grow, you know, is noticing the thought in my head. It's learning to think before you speak. You know, it's like, you know, by the way, like a lot of people are really good at this, and it kind of hits me like a truck when I realize that other people are really good at this, because then I'm just like embarrassing myself like in public a lot, and that's just like, man. And I think about it too long afterwards. I keep thinking about like, oh damn it, I shouldn't have said it to them that way, or oh damn, I like really like spoke too long doing this one thing, and like, oh wow, that take was like probably like not politically correct or anything, and like all of those kinds of thoughts just like send me to outer space like for no reason. Yeah. I'm done talking. Thanks.